Hey YouTubers, it's Mocha Natural back again. Here to talk about the effects of sodium and sugar on a weight loss journey. Okay, so if you guys have been following me for a while, you know how I talk a lot about water weight and how that impacts my weight loss efforts. My experience last month that I had when I was on the green smoothie cleanse ended up getting sick and made me a pot of chicken soup that was full of wonderful seasonings that contained a lot of sodium. Confirmed, and it's not like I didn't know it, in the first place, but it just reminded me, should I say, of how much sodium affects my weight loss. And it made me think back to all of the times when I would be working out so hard and the scale wouldn't move. The scale would not move. And, this was during a time when my philosophy was low fat and low calorie. Okay, carbs was really not a big issue for me at that time because I was, I felt that I was working out and I could really do away with the carbs through my workouts. But the other thing that I was not really paying attention to was the sodium content of what I was eating. And I really wasn't paying a whole lot of attention to the sugar content. This was just back in the day, okay? So I became so frustrated whenever I would, run like several miles consistently throughout that week and still it did not show up on the scale at the end of my weekly weigh-in. So it made me think about going back to look at, what's the nutrition facts. A lot of the low fat or low carb processed food items that we get from the store, you don't realize that in order for something to be low sugar, low fat, low carb, whatever low it is, it had to be high in something else. If you notice that if you go and pick up any kind of low fat something, if it doesn't have any sugar in it, no sugar, low sugar, whatever, please believe that it is high in sodium. And that was the one thing that I failed to realize. I tried to keep up with my calories, and I would eat the same thing pretty much every day so that it was easy for me to track my calories. And I would, buy foods that I could see the nutrition facts on it instead of me, buying things that were either organic or, something that I would make myself. So the packages of low fat foods and all of that, yeah, they were low in fat. Some of them were low in sugar or low in calories, but they were so high in sodium. And I didn't realize that that was the thing that was killing my weight loss efforts. Sodium is nasty. And I don't mean that in a tasteful, way. It will destroy your hopes and dreams. I'm telling you. I've never been diabetic or had any high blood pressure or anything like that. So I have not dealt with the severity of sodium, but the fact that it can impact your body weight just like that, that's alarming. We spend so much time worrying about making sure that we have the right amount of calories. Well, you can have the right amount of calories in your, your daily, calorie breakdown. But if your sodium is so high, you have just defeated, what you've worked for that entire day. you have just defeated that. Your calories can be on point, but if your sodium is high, trust and believe you will be having water weight to deal with. Okay, and so you know, right now I am trying to just refocus my mind on what is really important. Yes, calories definitely are important, but I'm no longer focused on making sure that I'm eating low fat or that I'm eating low carb. Okay, those things to me, they do well for a short term, but in the long run, they don't work for me. They don't work for me. I've actually tried the low carb thing, and it doesn't work for me long term. Okay, so sodium is the thing that now is on my radar. Like I'm looking whenever, you know, I'm trying to determine if a pre-processed food item is good for me, if it's going to work in my diet. I'm looking at the sodium content. Is this something that is going to make me blow up like a puffer fish, you know, and destroy my weight loss efforts? Or is it something that I think I can handle? And no matter how much water you drink, you still are going to suffer from, you know, the initial effects of it. And I guess that's a good thing about sodium. If you do consume too much of it, you do have the ability to flush it out with water. Sugar, on the other hand, not so much. Sugar definitely is the other weight loss killer for me. Sugar, when I consume a lot of sugar, it goes straight to my belly. Straight to my belly, okay? And so I've had to really pay attention to the sugar content. Whenever I go shopping with my daughter, you know, and buy her things like cereal, I'm always looking on the back. She knows that the threshold for sugar content is 9 grams of sugar per serving. She cannot bring back any cereal that is above that, okay? If I can just lower it to maybe about 7, that would be better. But, you know, we've set the limit at 9 grams of sugar, and, you know, we work with that. But those two things, sodium and sugar, will kill your weight loss efforts. So, you know, if you are struggling right now in your weight loss journey, you are working out hard and everything, and you're wondering why your stomach is a bit bloated, or you're feeling a bit puffy, the scale has just not moved, it could be your sodium and your sugar content that you're consuming. Pay attention to those things. And sometimes, even if we are making foods ourselves, we can get carried away, a little heavy-handed with the seasoning. And you know, I've tried to work with Mrs. Dash. Mrs. Dash is okay for some meals, but like I said, it didn't do me all that well with my little soup. So you know, I guess it's just a work in progress with changing my taste buds. So, you know, I just try to go a little less heavier with the other seasonings. But, you know, those two are the main culprits to destroying my weight loss efforts. I've realized this over the years, you know, and they pretty much have an immediate effect. Sodium does. Now, sugar, possibly in about 2-3 days, I can feel a bulging stomach when I consume a lot of sugar. Okay, and it's terrible. It is truly terrible that, you know, I'm about to have a pity party. But why me? Why me? Because nobody else in my family has to deal with stuff like this. But anyhow, so for those of you guys who are struggling out there with your weight loss journey, and you don't know why, you know, the scale is not moving when you're doing all that you can do, bump the fact that, you know, you're probably gaining muscle weight. That may not be the real reason. The real reason is more so what you're consuming, period. Okay, so take a look at those things. I just wanted to kind of come on and share my thoughts about that, because you know, nobody's weight loss journey is just 100% from zero, from start to beginning, you know, clean. It just doesn't happen that way. So okay, I guess I will let you guys go, and I will see you in the next video. Take it easy now.